Yo, what's up guys, Winky here, back again with another banger, and today I want to share with you guys how to play Sanhua the pro way. Yes, I've noticed many players are still playing her the wrong way after all these times, which is what inspired me to make this video in the first place. Don't worry, I'm not going to insult your intelligence by reading out her whole kit of boring text. Instead, I'm just gonna straight up share with you 3 important tips regarding her playstyle. But before that, if you enjoy this content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to help support the channel, okay? It means a lot to me. I'm trying to be the best Wuthering Wave creator out there. Alright guys, without further ado, let's start with tip number 1, the most important one. Always use Sanhua resonance skill first before her resonance liberation. You press E first before you press R, not the other way round, okay? Here's why. You see, when Sanhua uses her skill, she does this little somersault animation in the air for like a second or more, which is a damn waste of time. And sure, you can dodge cancel the animation, but there is a better way to do it, which is by just simply using her liberation to cancel her skill animation. Boom! That's how we roll. Now I understand why some players always like to use Sanhua liberation first before her skill, because you want to empty her energy with liberation first and then use her skill to regain back some energy, right? So that you can get back to her next liberation faster. Hey, I get it, okay? This is generally the normal rotation to follow for any character. But trust me, it is not for Sanhua. There are 2 flaws with this particular rotation for Sanhua. The first flaw is that Sanhua does not need to worry about energy issue at all. So the whole thing with using her liberation first before using her skill to regain back some energy is totally redundant, okay? Unnecessary. You see, Sanhua liberation cost is so cheap, you will always guaranteed to have a liberation ready whenever you are back to Sanhua during your usual team rotation. Even if your Sanhua is running with a negative 100% energy regen, you will still have a liberation ready by then. Okay, maybe that's a little over exaggeration, but yeah, you get the point. Anyway, the second flaw is that, like I mentioned earlier, if you use Sanhua liberation first before her skill, you now have to deal with her skill somersault animation, which makes Sanhua vulnerable during that time. Just take a look at this guys, look at that stupid bitch doing a random somersault in the middle of a fight, like, what the hell? Yes, sure, you can still dodge cancel the animation, but you are still wasting a bit of time by using dodge cancel. Now, 1 second may not seem like much to you, but if you do this 10 times in a single fight, you have just wasted 10 seconds. That is a lot of seconds, and these 10 seconds might be the difference between 2 crests and 3 crests. So, the best way to fix this problem is by just simply using Sanhua's skill first before her liberation, because using her liberation will immediately cancel her skill animation without losing the skill damage. And then, you can continue to detonate with Sanhua right away after her liberation without losing a single second jumping around. And bam, there you go, that's how we do it in this channel. Now, some of you might have heard from other content creators or other Sanhua guide videos on YouTube before, and you were told that the normal rotation for Sanhua is use her liberation first before using her skill. Man, I can tell you right now, whoever said that is a freaking noob. No offense, but they just copy each other homework and they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Alright guys, now let's move on to tip number 2. Always start your team rotation with Sanhua first, not your healer. I've noticed that most average players always like to start their team rotation with healer first. They gain full concerto on healer first, then outthrow swap to Sanhua, gain full concerto on Sanhua, then outthrow swap to main DPS, and yada 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 yada. I get it, okay? I understand that this is generally the normal rotation to follow for any team, but there are 2 flaws with this particular rotation for Sanhua. The first flaw is that when Sanhua uses detonate, it leaves Sanhua very vulnerable to attacks for about 2 seconds, and you cannot dodge cancel out of this. I mean, you can still dodge incoming attacks during her detonate, but there will be no detonate damage at all. The whole detonate action will be cancelled if you dodge. So, if you want to deal detonate damage with Sanhua and regain a big chunk of her concerto, then you must let the whole detonate attack animation play out. The second flaw is that Sanhua will be on fail for too long. You are spending about 5-6 seconds on Sanhua before you swap to your main DPS. If your healer provides a 30 seconds attack buff, that means your main DPS only get to benefit 24 seconds of that buff. I mean, that is still alright, but there's always room for improvement. I can see why this normal team rotation is the most common way to go about. It is simple, it is straightforward, or should I say, it is the amateur way to do it. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I'm just saying, if you want to bring your Sanhua to the next level, if you want to improve your combat skill and rotation to the next level, then this is how you should do it. Listen carefully. You want to start with Sanhua first. Use her skill and her liberation and then detonate. During the middle of Sanhua detonate, you want to swap to your healer. So when you see the cursor hitting the detonate area, you can just let go of your heavy attack and immediately swap to your healer. Sanhua will be invulnerable during this time, and she will finish up the whole detonate animation and deal damage by herself. You are now in control of your healer, and you can safely dodge any incoming attacks without worrying about your Sanhua getting hit. Okay, by this time, your Sanhua concerto should also be almost full. You can't see it at the moment because you are on your healer now, but trust me, it is almost full. So now, all you need to do is continue doing whatever your healer does, gain full concerto first and then outro. Swap back to Sanhua, and when your Sanhua does her intro skill, her concerto will be exactly full, just nice. So you can immediately just outro with Sanhua and swap in your main DPS. There's no need to waste time basic attacking with Sanhua or whatnot. And if your Sanhua resonance skill cooldown is ready by then when she intro, then sure, you can also throw in her skill for extra damage before she outro. This way, your Sanhua will only take 1 second to do her intro and outro back to back. And your main DPS can now enjoy 29 seconds of your healer attack buff. And tada! That is how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. This rotation is much more clean and the better way to do it. Alright guys, now let's move on to tip number 3. Don't be afraid to use Sanhua intro skill, resonance skill and resonance liberation to parry easily. So this one is pretty straightforward, not that complicated to understand why. You see, almost all of Sanhua's attacks have very wide hitbox and they hit very fast, except for her detonate of course. So you want to make good use of this advantage and try to save time. For example, when there's an incoming parryable attack and it just so happens to be Sanhua's turn in your team rotation, don't waste your time trying to parry with her basic attack. You can just be confident and get on with your usual rotation. Just intro with Sanhua or just use her skill and her liberation back to back. One of them is bound to hit the parry without even trying. She is that damn good. Now let's say for some reason, you use Sanhua's skill and liberation too early and the parryable attack is about to hit you. Then okay, fine, last resort, just use Sanhua basic attack to parry. And here's the thing guys, if you are good enough, you can even keep holding her basic attack after you parry and turn it into her detonate attack. Damn, not a single second wasted in the rotation. This whole parry thing might take a little bit of practice to execute properly with Sanhua, but end of the day, it's really not that hard. And that's all I got for you guys. These are the 3 important tips that I want to share with you to help you improve your Sanhua's gameplay. Please let me know in the comment whether you find this guide helpful or not. Do you enjoy this type of simple and direct format? Personally, I prefer skipping all the basic parts, you know, like the weapons, the echo sets and talent priority, things like that. Skip all those crap and just go straight to the advanced part. A wise man once said that Wuthering Waves is not that complicated. You put the electro set on your electro characters. You put the fusion set on your fusion characters. You put the support set on your support characters. And you use the signature weapon for your main DPS. If no signature weapon, then go for the second best or third best choice. There are not that many viable weapon options to choose from anyway. Yeah, he said that, and I agree, which is why I prefer going straight to the important part, which is learning how to use a character to its full potential. Anyway, I'm tired of yapping already. Yo, guys, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, okay? And I'll see you guys in the next one. Ciao!